Hi viewers, this is C.A. Thirumal Reddy. In this video, we would be discussing some important concept in the chapter internal reconstruction. So, for internal reconstruction, this is part 2. So, if you have not watched part 1, so please go back and watch part 1. So, which is the basics required for understanding the concept of share surrender. So, first part 1, then get back to part 2 to understand share surrender easily. Now, in this video, I would be explaining surrender of shares. How to do accounting if in case there is concept of surrender of shares. I will be explaining you this concept by taking into consideration two examples. Now, this is my first example and these are my transactions. First transaction, 10,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each converted into 10,000 shares of rupees 2 each. Second transaction, trade creditors are rupees 50,000 and those creditors they agreed to cancel 60% of their claim and further balance amount equity shares of rupees 2 each shall be issued. Now, what entry should be passed for these transactions in case of share surrender? So, before teaching that, I would be discussing with you what entries should be passed for these transactions in case of without share surrender. If there is no concept of share surrender, what entries I have to pass? For first transaction, 10,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each converted into 10,000 shares of rupees 2 each. Here see, 10,000 shares, 10 rupees became 10,000 shares, 2 rupees. Nothing but there is a change in composition of share capital. 10,000 into 10, 1 lakh, 10,000 into 2, 20,000. There is a reduction of share capital. So change in composition of share capital as well as change in total share capital. This is called as a reduction of share capital. In case of reduction of share capital, what entry will pass up? Equity share capital account debit to equity share capital to capital reduction. Now, how much I have to cancel? 10,000 to 10, I have to cancel 1 lakh. So here 1 lakh. How much I am raising? 20,000. So balance amount is a profit transfer to capital reduction account. Now, first entry. Second entry, trade creditors are 50,000. They agreed to cancel 60% of their claim. See, so this is my 50,000 balance. Out of this balance, first 60%, second 40%. 60% means 50,000 into 60% comes to 30,000. Balance 40% means 20,000. Now 50,000 into 30,000. They agreed to cancel 60% of their claim. That means this 30,000 is getting cancelled. That means I am not required to pay 30,000. Nothing but compromises and arrangements. Reduction of liability, downward revaluation. How much? 30,000. Now in case of liabilities, downward revaluation, what entry I pass? Liability is getting reduced. Liability is having trade balance to reduce that debit. So what entry I pass? Trade creditors account debit to capital reduction. My liability is getting reduced, right? So it is a profit to me. Profit means transfer to reconstruction. How much? 30,000. 30,000. Done. Now for the balance 40%. That means for the balance 20,000, what is saying? For the balance amount, equity shares of rupees 2 each shall be issued. That means for this 20,000, I am giving what? Equity shares of rupees 2 each. That means how many shares? I have to give him 10,000 shares. I have to give him 10,000 shares. Tell me. That means when I for this 20,000, when I am giving him shares, that means I am settling his liability. Generally, when a creditor makes you payment, what entry will pass? Creditor's account debit to cash account. But here I am not paying cash. What I am paying? I am paying equity shares. So what entry I pass? Creditor's account debit to equity share capital. Because when I am giving him shares, for the company, share capital is increasing. For the company, share capital is increasing. Share capital, credit balance for increasing. Credit, I am making payment. Liability reduced. Liability, credit balance to reduce debit. So what entry I pass? Trade creditors account debit to equity share capital to equity share capital 20,000, 20,000. Then, so in case of without share surrender, observe here, from equity share capital I transfer to capital reduction account. How much? 80,000. So while cancelling any part of my share capital, I am transferring to capital reduction account, and in future for the purpose of issue to trade creditors, again I raise fresh share capital. Here I cancelled, here again I am raising. Don't you think here I am doing duplication of work? So now what happens is, whenever I am cancelling and then raising, I am doing duplication of work. In order to eliminate that duplication of work, I have a concept called share surrender. So basically, share surrender concept comes into picture for the purpose of elimination of this type of duplication of work. So now what we'll do is, in case of share surrender, I want to cancel my reduced share capital by transferring to capital reduction. What I do is, for the time being, whatever share capital I don't want, I will transfer from share capital to share surrender. I won't transfer to capital reduction. So that cancelled share capital, I'll put in one temporary account called share surrender account. Now from share surrender, in future, if any trade creditors or some other person or the debenture holder or the preferred shareholder, if anyone want the shares, again from share surrender, I'll convert back it into equity share capital. And those shares I'll take and I'll issue to such persons. Only the balance amount I will be transferring to capital reduction account. Only the balance amount I will be transferring to capital reduction account. Getting the point now? So, how will I eliminate duplication of work means equity share capital which is not required, instead of transferring to capital reduction account, I will be transferring to share surrender account. Again in future, if trade creditors or debenture holders or any person, if they want the share capital, if they want the shares, I will again transfer back from share surrender to equity share capital. Only the balance amount after all the fresh issues, I will transfer the balance to capital reduction account. Now what we'll do is, first entry, here I passed entry as equity share capital to equity share capital to capital reduction. Now in case of share surrender, I won't transfer to capital reduction, I will be transferring to share surrender account. So what entry I pass? Equity share capital account debit to equity share capital to share surrender 1,20,000 80,000. Now next entry is same entry. Trade creditors are to cancel, out of 50,000 they are cancelling 30,000. Again same entry. Here there is no change in entry. So what entry I pass? Trade creditors account debit to capital reduction. And done. 20. Sorry, how much they are cancelling? 30,000. 30,000. 30,000. Still how much is left over? 20,000. For 20,000, what I should give? Equity shares. Now will I raise fresh equity shares? No, auntie. I will raise equity shares from where? From this share surrender. So in share surrender, I am having a balance of 80,000 because from share capital I transferred 80,000 to share surrender. Now what I will do means, as I want 20,000 for the purpose of issue to trade creditors. So again 20,000 balance I will transfer back from share surrender to equity share capital. How much? 20,000. So what entry I pass? Share surrender account debit to equity share capital. How much? 20,000. 20,000. 20,000. 20,000. Now out of 50,000, I cancel 30,000. For the 20,000, I raise the shares. Okay. Now those shares I'll take and go and give it to equity share. Go and give it to trade creditors. So their total liability gets done. Okay. The total liability gets cleared off. So out of 50, 30 they agreed to cancel. But now balance 20. They said give me shares. I gave shares. Now their balance will become zero. Balance will become zero. But what I have done? I transferred to reduction only 30,000. I transfer to reduction only 30,000. Then what about 20,000? Now you transfer. The passing what entry? Same entry. Trade creditors to capital reduction. Initially I am transferring 30,000. After giving shares I am transferring 20,000. So how much you are required to transfer? 20,000. So instead of passing two entries, I will directly pass single entry. 50,000, 50,000. So trade creditors account debit to capital reduction 50,000, 50,000. Now see, share surrender 80,000 balance. I reversed the 20,000. Still left over 60,000. That 60 transferred to capital reduction. So, or you can directly pass the combined entry for these two entries. Share surrender account debit to equal share capital 20,000 to capital reduction 60,000. Done entry. Now, sir, for the same transactions, we can do this method. We can do that method also. So in exam, which method we have to follow? If the examination specifies the shares which are cancelled were transferred to share surrender, or the shares were surrendered, the question specifies these type of words, share surrender wala words, only in that case you follow this method. When nothing has been specified saying about share surrender, you go with this method only. Don't touch share surrender wala concept. Only when he is specifically asking about share surrender, only in that case do problem based on share surrender. On all other cases, go with this concept. Sir, which is correct, sir? Which is correct? Both are correct, Andy. Both are correct. Sir, how, sir? See here, equal share capital, 2 equal share capital, 2 share surrender. Nothing has been transferred to reconstruction account. Trading creditors to capital reduction. How much transferred? 50. Here, nothing transferred. Here, 60. Total 1,10,000. So, under share surrender concept, I am transferring an amount of 1,10,000. Now, without share surrender, here 80,000, here 30,000, here nothing transferred. So here also 1,10,000. So it may be share surrender wala concept, it may be without share surrender wala concept. The total amount being transferred to capital reduction account will be the same. Done. So I think you are getting the basic differentiation between without share surrender and with share surrender. To get a little more clarity, let us take one more example. Same thing, and I am not changing much of the scenario. I will just be changing this part. Okay. In this part also, only the second part. I will be just changing my words so that our entries get changed. Okay. So let us go for example number 2. Example number 2. Now, trade creditors are rupees 50,000. Now, out of this 50,000, the trade creditors agree to waive a 60% of their claim. Agree to waive 60% of their claim, and see the words properly. In consideration of the waiver, equity shares of rupees 20,000 were issued. I think you are able to identify the difference between example number 1 and example number 2. In example number 1, what he is saying is trade creditors agreed to waive 60% of their claim, and the further balance amount I am giving these shares. Here what he is saying is, in the consideration of the waiver, equity shares of rupees 20 each were issued. No. So total my creditors balance is 50,000. Out of 50, here 30,000, here 20,000. Now coming to this 30,000, I am waiving waiver. Now see, in the consideration of the waiver, that means for the amount which he is waiving, that means this amount. For this waiver, I am giving 20,000 shares. That means this 20,000 I am not giving in consideration for the balance amount. Already he has waived 30,000, right? For waiving 30,000, I am giving a consideration of 20,000. That means net I am getting a benefit of only 10,000 rupees. Listen everyone. My total balance is 50,000. Waived 30,000, and for waiving this only I am giving him 20,000, not for the balance amount. So I am not touching this amount. So this 20,000 will appear as it is in balance sheet. Now this 30,000 will be removed from my balance sheet. So I am giving 20,000 shares. That means my net benefit is only 10,000. See how the words can be changed in the exam. Then now what entries will pass for these transactions? This one as usual same entry. Without share surrender. Equity share capital, 2 equity share capital, 2 capital reduction. 1,20,000, 80,000. I am not changing anything. I am not changing. Now out of 50,000, this 20,000 I am not touching anything. I am not making any payment. I am not doing any cancellation. Because so that 20,000 will appear as it is in balance sheet. Now coming to this 30,000, how much is being waived? How much is being waived? 30,000. Okay. Now out of 30 again I am giving him shares worth of rupees 20,000. That means what is the profit I am getting? Only 10,000. What is the profit I am getting? Only 10,000. So from my balance sheet, trade creditors will reduce by 30,000. 20,000 I am giving shares. 10,000 I transfer to capital reduction. So what entry I pass? Trade creditors will be reduced by 30,000. Trade creditors 30,000. I am giving shares. 2 equity share capital 20,000. So 30,000 liability got reduced, but I made payment of only 20,000. Balance is profit transferred to capital reduction in amount of 10,000. I think this is clear. Now out of 50, 30,000 got cancelled. What about 20,000? What should I do? Arey Baba, don't do anything Andy. Just leave it as it is in the balance sheet. So while preparing my balance sheet after reconstruction, on liability side, as a part of current liabilities, I will show my creditors as 20,000. As a 20,000. So this one will appear as it is in the balance sheet. Correct? Now let us go for with the share surrender. Let us go for concept of with the share surrender. Now tell me again. First entry will not change, right? Equity share capital account debit, 2 equity share capital, 2 share surrender. Next, trade creditors agreed to waive 60% of their claim. That means 30,000 transferred to capital reduction. So what entry I pass? Trade creditors account debit to capital reduction 30,000. But I have to give him a shares worth of rupees 20,000. Now will I create shares newly? No. Create shares again from share surrender. Reverse entry. Share surrender account debit to equity share capital. How much? 20,000. 20,000. Okay. He waived 30,000. I created shares for 20,000. Take the share, give it to him. That means net I am getting a benefit of only 10,000 rupees. Getting a benefit of only 10,000 rupees. Done. Now, should I do anything with the remaining 20,000? No, indeed. Don't do anything. Because the 20,000 is not saying waiver. He is not saying payment made. He is not saying anything. He is saying nothing. So leave it as it is. Show it in balance sheet. Now, share surrender. I transferred 80,000. Reverse it 20,000. Balance still 60,000. Transferred to capital reduction. So share surrender account debit to capital reduction 60,000. Done. Now see here, in without share surrender, capital reduction 80,000, capital reduction 10,000, total 90,000. Here share surrender 80, here 30, 1,10,000. I'm sorry, this is not 80. I transferred to share surrender kada. So here 0, here 30, here 0, here 60. Total 90. Here also 90, here also 90. It may be any method. Ultimately, the resultant figure, the profit which I am transferring to capital reduction will be the same. So after passing all these entries, so one entry is common entry. So after passing all the entries, the balance in capital reduction I will transfer to capital reserve. That's the old stuff. Then this is the way how you have to bifurcate or how you have to do accounting as per share surrender wala concept. Now if you still have any doubts with respect to share surrender, you can please put a comment. Okay, I'll try to clear your doubts. Thank you very much for watching.